We are back in Perth, but this time we're not in Australia.
So when we were in Perth, Australia, we learned it was actually named after a place called Perth in Scotland, nearly 15,000 kilometres away. And we happened to be close by, so we thought, why not make this our first stop on our Scotland trip and find out if it really has anything in common with the Australian Perth.
So what's first on the agenda today?
The River Tay. And did you know, the River Tay is the longest river in Scotland.
I didn't know,
That's crazy.
but thanks for telling me. The currents are so strong, so you wouldn't want to get in there.
I'm not going for a swim.
Let me tell you.
No.
Not today. I mean, it is -1 as well. So I think it's safe to say we're not swimming.
Also, by the way, if this doesn't back up my statement of how powerful this river is, I don't know what will. Because look how much it floods
I mean,
and how high it floods.
look at the tallest one there. 1814. Like, that's pretty high. Even, yeah, see, Josie can't even touch it. That's how high it is.
This river is a powerhouse.
And you don't want to mess with it, just like me.
You don't want to mess with the River Tay.
You don't want to mess with Josie either.
So our first destination of our tour of Scotland is Perth. And you might be thinking, why Scotland? You've just finished Australia and you've gone to Scotland out of everywhere in the world. Well, we thought because we travelled the whole way around Australia, and Australia is huge, we haven't even explored the tiny island we live on, the United Kingdom. So why not go to the furthest point north in the United Kingdom, and that would be Scotland.
We've come to Scotland.
Excuse me?
We've come to Scotland.
Excuse me?
We've come to Scotland.
Okay, well, you're getting left in Scotland, mate. So our first spot is this beautiful park called
North Inch.
North Hench.
North Inch.
Would you stop with that, please?
Sorry.
We've got unlucky with this weather today, haven't we? Look at that sun. I mean,
Guys, it's literally been raining like for the last few weeks, pretty much.
we bought the sun from Perth, Australia.
To Perth, Scotland.
Exactly.
But not
it's-
the heat, because it's
yeah.
literally 1 degrees and I'm freezing.
Is it 1 degree or is it -1 degrees?
Is it -1?
Well, last time I looked,
Do you see my breath?
yeah, I can see every part of your breath. But they've even got water safety advice in England.
This is really...
Sorry, not England.
We're in
Scotland.
We're in... Sorry?
Huh?
Say that again?
Scotland.
No, try your Scottish
No,
accent again.
I didn't even try.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't.
Everyone heard it.
Anyway, so they have water safety advice here. What have they got? Rip currents? No, strong currents. Motorized craft. Sudden drop. Risk of drowning. Warning, slip away. Unprotected edge.
And beware of the sad snails.
Okay.
They're lethal, venomous, actually. It's this type of snail that we have in the UK. Didn't you guys know?
And do you know why I keep saying England? It's because we've crossed the border into Scotland, but it's kind of like, it feels like the same country. Do you know what I mean? There was no border control, there was no nothing. We just crossed through.
Control.
Well, you don't. We're in a different country, mate. If you cross from France to Germany, you'd have to show your passport.
I don't know if you do.
So
Do
what's
you?
the difference here? Of course you would. So what's the difference from England to Scotland? Is that because they're part of the UK?
Guys, look how cold it is.
That is a visual representation of how cold it is today in Scotland.
I haven't actually seen frost. No, we have seen frost in Australia, but not like icy frost.
Not like this. I mean, even look at the plants behind.
I've not seen that since we were last in the UK.
No.
That's a terrifying view
This
for
is
me.
how cold it is. Look at this. It's icy. If you've come straight from our Australia vlogs to watch these, you'd have never seen this. This is a pedestrian crossing button. Very different to what you find in Australia. You just have to press that button in the middle
I'm not going to press it again
and wait
because
till it says wait. They're very cool, aren't they?
I like them, but I
Yeah.
think I prefer the ones in Melbourne.
So do I.
The iconic.
I
They're
like
iconic.
the sound it makes,
Yeah.
to be honest. So conveniently, that takes us right into the main high street, in which the museum is located.
Yeah.
The Museum of Perth or the Museum of Scotland?
Perth Museum.
Perth Museum,
Yeah.
okay. Nice.
And
Yeah.
it is home to the Stone of Destiny. An elk. I don't even know what an elk looks like.
Well, That's part of it.
But that's not in the UK, so I don't know why. Oh no. Yeah, they used to. They died out in Britain by Roman times due to hunting and climate change. Oh, they do still survive. Northern Europe and North America, guys, if you want to see some elks.
Is that an elk? What's that all about?
I'm doing an impression.
Stone of Destiny.
It was cool.
Interesting, right?
I feel like it was just a stone, but it's called the significance.
It's just a big block of sandstone.
Yeah, but like it's travelled.
It's, yeah, I mean, it's used for
travelled.
every coronation.
Yeah,
Since
1249. Well, that was
and
earlier.
beyond. Yeah, I mean, that's just
That was the earliest recorded. In
insane
1249.
history. It's funny how a rock can just gain like so much, like, I don't know, importance.
Yeah, but it's
just
used in like every coronation of all the kings,
including the recent one.
including Charles. It literally got taken out of the museum here in 2023, taken down to London for his coronation, and then brought back.
Next stop, lunch.
You guys are not ready for the meal deal. They have it in all our supermarkets, and it's a deal that you get sandwich, snack, and a drink, and it's the best thing ever, and we've missed it, so that's what we're having for lunch.
Let's do it.
Welcome to the UK.
Okay, so meal deal.
Behold.
You get a selection of different items. You can get one main, one snack, and one drink.
£9.55, thank you. That's it. Sure do. Pay my card or cash.
Yes,
Card,
card please. So we've walked out here with all these goodies. It came to what, £9?
Yeah.
So it's $18.
That feels like a rip-off.
That feels like really expensive.
The UK's so expensive.
It really is, isn't it? And I got,
Chicken and chorizo sandwich.
yeah, not
That's going
bad.
to be quite nice, I think.
I think it will.
A protein yogurt.
A big protein yogurt.
And this is the kind of day that we're having. A triple espresso Starbucks iced coffee. Triple. You're going to
Yeah.
be bouncing off every wall in this city.
Yeah, it's that kind of day, isn't it?
Yeah, so
Then we also got a bottle of water, so
hydration
quite a bit.
is key.
But I think we can confirm that Perth, Scotland,
It's more expensive than Perth,
Australia. So just behind Josie, we have a building called St. John's Kirk. And what is it?
Over 900 years old.
Yes, but what does that make it?
The oldest building in Perth.
And why have we decided to make the oldest building in Perth, Scotland, one of the things on our list?
Because we visited the oldest building in Perth, Australia.
This right here is the oldest building in Perth. And I think it was the old courthouse, this thing. It's pretty small, isn't it, for a courthouse?
It doesn't look that old.
I guess they look after it, don't they? Because it is the oldest
Yeah.
building, so...
Because it is.
Because it is. It just is. This building erected as a courthouse between, 36 and 37. So this building is 900 years old.
Yeah, so it was built at least 1126. That's the oldest records. 1126.
Damn. You know what? The history in
The
the UK kind of overwhelms me a little bit
It's crazy.
with how much there is. And this is the entrance. We would go in, but I believe, because it's a Sunday, it's closed.
I think it was open this morning, like a Sunday service.
Oh, we missed it then.
Well, I would assume. I don't know. I've seen people go in and out, but I think they work there.
Ah well. Joes. There's something weird going on here.
I thought it was a human at first. Hey!
Hey, bud. If you can't see it, it's a dog that looked like a human, a very hairy human. We soon realised it was a dog.
That was so funny. Look at us right now. With a side eye.
Your thoughts so far
Look.
on Perth town, city?
It's quite sweet. I quite like the vibe. But it doesn't compare to Perth, Australia.
No, not in the
Not
slightest.
even close.
The CBD of Perth, Australia beats the CBD of Perth, Scotland
Hands down, not even any
on everything.
debate.
Yeah. Now everyone's going to love the next destination, aren't they? Where are we going?
We're going to Hay Street.
Hay Street. Okay, and
Yeah.
explain why Hay Street is an important destination.
Well, in Perth, I'd say the main high street is called Hay Street.
Mm-hmm.
In Australia, Perth, that is. Now we're in Scotland, Perth, and there's a Hay Street, so we have to go see. It's not a high street, I don't think. I think it's just a random street. We've got to go see what it was there.
We have to see how it compares.
The inspiration.
This is the video.
This is.
Perth, Australia versus Perth, Scotland. So
is.
if there's 2 Hay Streets,
We've got to visit both of them,
we've got to
guys.
visit. Okay, so Hay Street, Scotland. Let's check it out.
Let's see.
I mean, beautiful sunshine, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really nice. I
But-
like a bit of winter sun.
This has got complete different vibes to,
Firstly, it's not pedestrianised.
yeah.
Well, only half of Hay Street, I think, is pedestrianised in Australia. But secondly, it's residential. By the looks of it.
Yeah. I mean, completely different vibes, but just as nice, I would say. I mean, look at these houses.
These houses are stunning.
These are actually really nice houses.
I feel like this is very like Scottish stone.
Yeah.
But there is also a museum here called the Black
Oh,
Watch
the
Castle
Black
and Museum.
Watch. Yeah.
However, I don't think we're going to visit there today because we are on a bit of a time crunch. And
Why are we on a time crunch?
we've still got 2 things to go and see. And guys, if you didn't know, we're in the UK in winter, which means it gets dark at 4 p.m.
Fantastic.
Fabulous. And it's now like 1:30? No,
2 p.m.
nearly 2 p.m.
Yeah, so
So we've got 2 hours to do a walk up a hill and visit the beautiful palace where the Stone of Destiny came from. So yeah, we've got a lot to pack in before it gets dark.
but anyway, here's Hay Street. Here's Hay Street, Scotland. That's on Hay Street. We're driving down Hay Street. There you have it. I think I can safely say, sorry Scotland, but Hay Street, Perth.
Is better.
Right, so Scone Palace.
I'd say Scone.
Yeah, now we've got a whole argument on our
Scone,
hands.
Scone.
I think we'll stick with Scone.
I think we'll probably should stick with the correct pronunciation, how the Scots pronounce it, shouldn't we?
Yes, we should.
So Scone Palace.
Anyway, where are we located on this map? I would say it's up here, right?
Here.
Yes. So we're going to head into there, and then
Maybe we should
are
do
gonna
the red trail.
Are we going to do the whole
How long is the red trail? Oh,
2.5 k's? It's not awful.
that's fine. Should we take a picture of this map before we
Yes, we
get
should.
going? Because
We might get lost.
I'll get lost. It's just not.
Imagine if we get lost in Scone Palace. That would be something, wouldn't it?
I'd say, do you have any jam and cream and
Oh,
tea?
whatever, yeah.
My scones.
Good joke. There it is. Scone Palace. Now, Josie, do we actually know anything about this place?
This was the original place of the Stone of Destiny.
Oh yeah, you mentioned.
Yeah, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, this might have been where the coronation of Arthur III, is it Arthur?
King Arthur III.
Yeah,
Damn.
was taking place. So we
You
might see.
are knowledgeable.
I am. I've got a big brain, guys.
Big brain.
Darling, would you care to take a walk with me through the palace gardens?
I would care.
Come on then, off we go. Fine Sunday, don't you think?
Fine, Sunday.
Yes, I think so too.
You fit this character more than I do.
So I'm pretty sure that's a maze coming up in front of us. That sounds like a bit of fun.
Look, I'm a bit scared of mazes, you know.
Why?
Because I feel like I get a bit claustrophobic when I can't actually find my way out, and I feel like this is going to be a bit of a hard one.
I would disagree.
You would?
Yeah.
Do you think we will be okay?
I
What if we get lost?
mean, what, you think we're going to spend a night in the maze?
in the maze.
Yeah, I
What if
highly
we can't
doubt
get out and we get
Well,
eaten by a wild, ravenous
Could
beast.
happen, and then that'll make for a good video. So,
Content, I suppose.
yeah, exactly.
All right, let's go. How
my
high the walls
gosh.
are? You think if I get lost in here, I'm going to be able to find my way out?
This actually feels a little bit scary.
Doesn't it?
Yeah,
This is like a proper maze.
like an actual maze. Oh, wow. I feel like we're not heading the right way,
This is
Joss.
definitely the incorrect area.
That's one of the corners. Oh dear. I'm not a big fan of this.
What if we can't? Like, genuine question.
I don't know.
Because I'm actually getting slightly concerned now that this maze is a trap.
We've been here. We haven't filmed all of it. We've been here for like a good while now. And we haven't found the middle.
Or the exit.
Okay, let's keep going. Let's just keep going this way. We made it. High five. All for this.
Who do you think she is? Whose muse do you think she was?
I don't know. Who do you think?
Do you reckon it was King Arthur's wife?
I feel like it's somebody's wife, right?
Although why would she be nude on a
Yeah.
fountain? I actually feel like that's not...
Or maybe that's a sign of like confidence. I don't know.
No, I don't think so. I think she's probably just some sort of goddess.
Maybe.
Just a random woman.
Anyway, let's get out of here.
Let's go.
Because I'm about to freeze.
I thought we were trapped in there forever.
Well, that's actually fairly easy because once you get to the middle,
You're at the exit.
you're pretty much at the exit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, nice.
But I got a bit stressed, like,
And me.
halfway through,
Yeah.
thinking we weren't actually going to get out.
Yeah, same.
But we did.
So we went like through.
It was opened in 1998.
We must have gone round like the back here, then through the middle. Yeah, I don't know, to be honest. Even if we studied that before we went, we still would have got
I
lost.
have an answer to my question.
Do you?
The statue represents the water nymph Arethusa.
So it is a goddess.
So it is a goddess. Wow, a water nymph.
So what have we got? The walled
Walled garden.
garden.
I love the sound
Interesting.
of a walled garden.
Let's go. It feels like we're going into a wonderland.
It's pretty wonderland.
Oh wow.
Stunning.
This feels like we've walked into like, yeah, that's a noisy gate.
I feel like I've walked into a book that I used to read as a child.
Which book is it?
I think it's called The Secret Garden.
Oh, you've told me about that one.
Yeah.
It's not a very good book, that.
Yeah, it is.
Isn't that about someone dying?
I don't think she died. No. Oh, maybe someone did die actually.
Yeah. These grounds are wonderful.
Yeah, but I feel like, I don't know if it's just it's winter. Not very well kept in this garden, is it?
Well, it's better kept than any garden I've ever owned.
You haven't ever owned a garden.
Exactly. Huh. Peacocks.
They're so beautiful. Imagine the day that the first person like saw a peacock.
peacock. Yeah.
I'm surprised they were never like, maybe they were. I'm surprised they were never worshipped.
Now this is real history right here.
So this is a replica of what we saw in the museum.
Is it?
I think so. Yeah. A replica of the stone upon which the kings of Scots were crowned on Moot Hill until 1296 when Edward I took the stone to Westminster Abbey. So it was Edward who stole the stone from Scotland and took it to Westminster Abbey
How dare he?
before the gang of Glaswegian students took it back. Isn't that right, mate? He said yeah. Fact check.
So here we crown Josephine the First. First of her name,
Yeah.
Queen of the Peacocks, ruler of Scotland.
Yeah. Hear ye, hear ye.
What are your first words of your command, Rain?
Bring me chocolate and wine. Now.
That will go down in history. I've never seen a white peacock.
No, I knew they existed, but this is the first time I've actually seen one.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I think that's a female.
Oh, the female's white?
No, not always, but you can get male ones that are white. But she's got a shorter tail, so I think it's a female.
And that,
Why is there a random cockerel, by the way?
that's not a peacock.
Do you think he thinks he is?
Like you think you're Queen Josephine the First?
No, not like that, because I actually am.
It's a beautiful building, isn't it?
I think I was destined to live in a palace.
Yeah? Destined to live here
Yeah.
and play in the maze all day
Yeah.
and sit on your sandstone rock.
I think Scone Palace is my destiny.
You do suit it.
Don't I?
Oh, I see what you did there.
Do you see what I did there?
That took me a
you
second.
while.
Yeah, it did. It did. Anyway, last spot. Where are we headed?
Kinnoull Hill. I don't know if that's how you
I
actually
think
pronounce it.
we're actually going up that hill there, aren't we, or something?
I think it's something
And
like
it
that.
gives us a good view over Perth.
It does.
Let's do it. Last spot of the day.
I think we've made it just in time before it actually gets like fully dark.
Let's do this.
Let's go to Kinnoull Hill. Look out.
Yeah, it do be like that. We've got to get to the We've got to get to the top before it gets dark. Let's go. So that's kind of the view we're going to get from the top. We're hoping for a bit more than that though.
Guys, the most amazing but the saddest thing just happened.
What?
So quick. Just running across was a red squirrel, but we didn't even catch it on camera. So it was so quick.
That might have been the first red squirrel
I've ever seen.
Yeah. So cute. Oh man, we got a long way to go.
Unsustainable.
Yeah, it is. We can't run the whole way. The worst part is we can see a great sunset through the trees, just drifting away from us. Come on, let's go.
I think it's just here.
Yeah,
We have walked so fast up that hill.
we have, haven't we?
We're so out of breath.
Oh man,
It's just here. So
just up there.
I think she was so nice with the sunset.
You said I'm going to be impressed.
I think you will.
Okay,
From the pictures I've seen, you're going to be incredibly impressed.
okay, we'll see. Oh my gosh. Yeah, fair enough. But that is the view of Perth. I mean,
Worth it.
you weren't wrong, were you? Wow. Who would have thought, Jess, we'd have a sunset in Scotland?
I was honestly anticipating we'd be here at midday and just be like, blue skies, yay. But this is better.
We've got a sunset
Yeah.
In
Scotland, In Perth.
of all places.
Overlooking the water. That's so poetic.
This is amazing. Worth a hike up.
100%. Worth the hike up at the time we did it as well.
I think if we
I'm
did
so
this
glad.
at midday, it would have been like it would still have been good, but
Better at sunset.
yeah, 100%. I think this is the peak. This is the peak of the mountain.
What does it say?
Peak of the mountain.
Yeah, you know what? I think that's right. I actually think you're spot on
It's
there.
actually in Scottish language, so
What's
I
the
just-
Scottish language?
Scots,
Or
Scottish Gaelic.
good job. Perth has been lovely.
Yeah,
Pleasantly surprised. I honestly didn't expect
Yes.
this much from Perth
yeah.
in Scotland. So
And you know what I mean? It's hard to compare.
it is.
But we did have great experiences in Perth, Australia.
Oh yeah.
But equally, we had good experiences here too.
Yeah.
But we didn't spend as much time here.
No, a day
So who
versus
knows?
4 months is quite different, but that's
Exactly.
okay. Anyway, without further ado, if you like the video, like the video.
And subscribe to the damn channel, because who knows where we go next. I mean, we're going to Edinburgh next, but
We know where we're going next.
we know where we're going next. But
Now
who
you
knows?
guys do too.
We'll see you in Edinburgh. Bank of Scotland.
Huh? Don't you mean Scotland?
If anyone hears you do that, you'll be kicked out of Scotland within the seconds.
What's a bit of dark? We're not in Australia. We'd have to drive back to a campsite and set up camp. We've got to drive back to a travel lodge.
Simple.
We'll be fine.